Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be doing about a 30-minute full body, free flow guided yoga stretch. It's essentially going to be 30 minutes of me guiding you in a few sequences with different variations. That way, you can follow along based on your level of comfort and desire or need for today. So, when you are ready, roll out your mat and let's get started. Let's begin in a cross-legged seated position. Kind of center our bodies, center our minds for today. Go ahead and place the palm of your hands on the side of your rib cage. Take a nice deep inhale, making sure that your ribs expand out towards your hands. Exhale as it closes in and down towards your hips. Again, inhale. Feel your ribs expand out to the side of your hands. Exhale as it closes in and down towards your hips. Let's take two more. Inhale. As your ribs expand, exhale as it closes in and down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, go ahead and inhale. Bring your hands up in the air. Stretch your hands long. Exhale, set your left hand down to the mat. Bring your right hand up and over, making sure both sitting bones are on the mat. Stretching your right hand long. You should feel a really nice stretch on the side of your right body. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, swing your right hand up and over, bringing your left hand up and above your head. Making sure, again, both sitting bones are on the mat, getting a nice stretch on the left side of your body. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, go ahead and swing over to the left, bringing your right hand up and over. Again, both sitting bones should be nice and firm on the mat so you can feel a deep stretch on the right side of your body. Last one, take a nice deep inhale, exhale as you swing over, bringing your left hand up and over your head. Again, making sure both sitting bones are on the mat here. And then come and sit, come to center. Inhale again, raise both hands up in the air. Exhale as you set your right hand on your left knee and bring your left hand behind you, looking over your left shoulder, taking a nice deep twist here. Inhale, create space. Exhale as you twist a little bit deeper each time you take a breath. Come back to center. Inhale, bring your hands up in the air. Exhale, set your left hand on your right knee, looking over your right shoulder, taking that nice deep twist. Inhale as you create space. Exhale as you twist a little deeper. Come on back to center and let's meet in a tabletop. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Let's take a few cat-cows here. Inhale, arch your back, roll your shoulders back, sit your tailbone high, puff your chest up. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale as you round your spine, tuck in your tailbone, set your head down. Inhale as you arch your back, roll back your shoulders, puff your chest out. Exhale, round your spine, tucking your tailbone, coming into your cat. Last one, inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your spine. Good job. Now let's just take a few rolls here. Rolling out our wrist. Take a slight bend over your wrist, coming into these circles. Maybe go around the other way. Warming up the wrists here. And then inhale, raise your right hand up in the air. Exhale as you thread the needle. Bring your right hand under your left. For a nice shoulder stretch here, you can either stay here, or if it feels good for you, bring your left hand behind your back, setting your left hand on top of your right knee, getting a deeper stretch in your shoulders and your chest. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Go ahead and set your left hand back down on the mat. Bring your right hand back up in the air for that counter stretch, and then set your right hand back down to the mat. Let's do the same thing to the other side now. Bring your left hand up in the air. Inhale, and on your exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right hand underneath your left. Again, you can either stay here, or if you want a deeper stretch, set your right hand behind your back, touching the top of your left thigh. For that deeper shoulder stretch, puff your chest out. Again, let's take 2 deep breaths here. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, your hips. Go ahead and set your right hand back down on the mat. Raise your left hand up for that counter stretch, and then set both back down. On your next inhale, tuck in your toes and send your hips up for our first downward dog. Take a moment here to stretch the back of your legs, maybe pedal your heels. Swing your head yes, swing your head no, let it go. Making sure your hands are nice and firm on the mat. Go ahead and set both your heels down to the mat. Hover over, coming into your high plank. Set your knees down, untuck your toes, lower your chest down, roll up, coming into your upward dog. Exhale, come back into your downward dog. We're gonna take that 2 more times. Again, pedal your heels, making sure your hands are nice and firm on the mat. Go ahead and set both heels down, hover over, coming into your high plank. Set both knees down, lower down, coming into your low push-up. Swing up, coming into your upward dog. Untuck your toes, and then tuck your toes, push your hips up, and back to your downward dog. We're gonna take that 1 more time. Go ahead and pedal your heels. Making sure your hands are firm on the mat. Set both heels down to the mat. Hover over, coming into your high plank. Let's hold here for 3, 2, 1. Set both knees down. Untuck your toes, lower into your push-up. Come on up into your upward dog. And then untuck your toes, push back up to your downward dog. Good job. Take a moment here to bring your awareness back to your breath. Making sure your palms are firmly grounded on the mat. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up in the air. Maybe bend your knee for that 3-legged dog. Open up your knee for that hip stretch. And then set your right leg down to the mat. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Lift your left leg up. Maybe bend your knee for that 3-legged dog. Open up your hip. And then set your left leg back down to the mat. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, coming into your 3-legged dog. Look towards the front of your hands and step your right foot in between your hands. Coming into your low lunge, maybe rock back and forth here. Set your back knee down, untuck your toes. Coming up into your low lunge, bring your hands up in the air. If it feels good for you, maybe give a little back bend here. Come back to center. Set both your hands down to the mat. Untuck your back toe, lift your back knee up. Setting your left hand down on the mat, bring your right hand up in the air for that runner's twist. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Set your right hand back down on the mat. Lift your left hand up in the air for that counter stretch. This side requires a little bit more balance. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Set both hands down. Set your back knee down. Untuck your toes and come into your downward dog carefully. And let's repeat that on the other side. Again, bring your awareness back to your breath while you're here. Pedal your heels. And then set both heels down to the mat. Lift your left leg up in the air. Maybe bend that left leg, opening up your hips. Inhale and exhale, drive that left foot forward and step your left foot in between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Go ahead and set your right knee down to the mat. Untuck your toes and come on up to your low lunge. Maybe take that slight back bend for a deeper stretch and then come back to center. Go ahead and set both hands down to the mat. Lift your right knee up in the air. Set your right hand down on the mat and bring your left hand up in the air, coming into your runner's twist. And then set your left hand down to the mat. Bring your right hand up for that counter stretch. Again, this side requires a little bit more balance, so just take it easy. And then set your right hand down to the mat. Set your right knee down, and let's come back into our downward dog. Pedal your heels here. And then let's take that plank, hover over into that plank, coming into your high plank. Now, if it feels good for you, you can set your knee down, or you can take your full push-up, coming down into your chaturanga. Work your way up into your upward dog. And then to your downward dog. Again, pedal your heels here. We're gonna take that 2 more times. Go ahead and set both knees down to the mat. Hover over into your high plank. Again, you can set your knees down or lower down into your chaturanga. Coming up into an upward dog. And then up into your downward facing dog. Last one, pedal your heels. Maybe set both heels down to the mat. Take a nice deep inhale, hover over, coming into your high plank. Maybe if you've been dropping your knees, challenge yourself to take this full push-up. Coming into your upward dog. And then to your downward dog. Go ahead and set both your knees down and come into a resting child pose. Take this moment here for yourself to bring your awareness back to your mind, back to your breath. Go ahead and work your way back into a tabletop, making sure your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. On your inhale, set your right leg back behind you. Bring your left hand forward, coming into your bird dog. You can either stay here or lift that back foot up in the air as high as you can. keeping your neck and your head straight and your gaze in front of you. Again, you can stay here, or if it feels good for you, set your right hand nice and firm on the mat, and then bend your back knee, and then slowly start reaching your left hand back behind you to grab that back ankle. You can stay here, or you can lift up a little higher if that feels good for you, keeping your gaze in one spot so you can keep your balance. And then set your left leg back straight. Bring your left hand out in front of you, and then set everything down. Whew. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Set your left leg back behind you. Bring your right hand in front of you, coming into your bird dog. Either stay here or lift that back leg up. Reaching your right hand straight in front of you. Again, you can stay here or bend that back leg, bend that knee, and then slowly start sweeping your right hand back to meet your right foot. Again, you can stay here or maybe lift that foot up a little bit higher for a deeper stretch and a little bit more of a challenge. Take a nice deep breath here. And then stretch your right leg back behind you, your left leg back behind you, sweep your right hand in front of you, and then set everything down. Woo! That felt good on the shoulders and on the arms. I am sweating. Okay, go ahead and take a few rolls. Roll out the wrists, roll out the hips, roll out the lower back. And then let's come into seated position. Bring your legs straight out in front of you. Set your hands behind your thighs. Sit up straight. Puff your chest out. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. I have a cold, so this is really nice for me because I am sweating it out and it feels good. Again, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and slightly hinge back, coming into a C curve. Maybe lift that right leg up. Take a nice deep breath, set it down. Lift that left leg up, set it down. Maybe this time leave your hands out on the side. Lift your right leg up, set it down. Lift your left leg up, set it down. Let's do that 2 more times, making sure you're in that nice C curve. Lift your right leg, set it down. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, set it down. Maybe this time lift both up, coming into your high boat. And then lower down, coming into your low boat. And then maybe take some flutter kicks. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost there. 2, you got it. 1, good job. Bend your knees, hug your knees, maybe roll it out, and then roll. Go ahead and start rocking back and forth, coming back into that high boat. Maybe set your leg down and work your way up, or maybe start with your hands behind your thighs. And then when you feel more comfortable, set it out in front of you. And then let's lower down, take those flutter kicks for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead and hug your knees, set your head down. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Again, take what you can. Let's take that one more time. Go ahead and rock up back into your high boat. Maybe bring your hands out on the side. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower down to your low boat. Flutter kicks for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Hug your knees. Let's go ahead and stretch everything out. Set both legs down to the mat. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Bring that left knee up into a tabletop. Clasp your hands under. Maybe pull your knee closer to you if that feels good. That should feel really good on the outside of your right hip. Go ahead and set everything back down, and let's do the same thing to the other side. Set your left ankle on top of your right knee. Lift it up and pull if that feels good for you. Take a nice deep breath here, and then set everything back down. Set your legs out in front of you, and then bring your right knee towards your chest, and then set your right leg over your left. Coming into your supine twist, gaze over your right shoulder, and then come back to center. Do that counter stretch, bringing your right knee close to your chest, and then set it out in front of you. Let's take the other side, bring your left knee in front of you, and then set it over your right leg, gazing over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Counter stretch, bringing that left knee in front of you, and then set your legs out straight out in front of you. And then bring the soles of your feet together, coming into your butterfly pose. Letting your hips and your groin stretch out here. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, and just let your knees fall to the sides. Gently close your knees together and stretch your legs out in front of you, coming into our final resting pose. You can set your hands out on your sides, on your stomach, maybe one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach, whatever feels good for you today. Give yourself permission to relax. Give yourself permission to take this moment as it is. Relax your eyebrows, your jaw, your neck and your shoulders, your wrists, your hips, your ankles and your feet. Inhale as you feel your stomach expand into your hands, if your hands are on your stomach. Exhale as your stomach closes in and down. Thank your body, thank yourself for showing up for today. Go ahead and start waking your body up. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Lightly open your eyes. Bringing your breath back to normal. Start waking your body up. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. Lightly opening up your eyes. Bringing your breath back to normal. Go ahead and slowly start working your way to seated. And let's finish class. As always, go ahead and take a nice deep inhale as you bring your hands up in the air. Exhale as you bring your hands to prayer. Thank you guys so much for spending this 30 minutes with me. I hope it felt good for you. I hope it felt good for your body. That makes me feel good. I really hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends and your family. And I will see you in my next one. I hope you have an amazing day and Happy New Year.